Hi guys, and welcome back here to Drone Emotion, a channel where we do drone videos and where we cover the most relevant drone news. Today my friends, we're back here once again with a brand new video and a very exciting one to say the least, and that is because we have finally received the confirmed resolution that the DJI Mavic 3 will be having. And in today's video we're going to be sharing with you, and just let me tell you something, it's a resolution that I think no one was expecting when we originally thought about the Mavic 3. And also we have an update regarding pricing, so also we're going to be sharing with you that info on what the pricing is going to be on the Mavic 3. And also for all of you guys that missed out on our previous video where we talked about the images that got leaked of the Mavic 3 in production, don't worry, we're also going to be sharing those images here in today's video. So today's video is going to be packed with information. It's going to be quite exciting to say the least. But before we get started with today's video, if you're new to the channel, welcome here, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because in this channel we will always be the first ones to bring you the latest drone news no matter what. And also we are on the road to 10,000 subscribers, and we were currently extremely close to 6,000. I think we're less than 150 subscribers away. So if you're watching today's video and you're not subscribed to the channel yet, I invite you to go ahead and join the Drone Emotion family so you can help us get to our 10,000 subscriber goal. So I know that we can do it together, guys. So with that being said, why don't we go ahead and dive right into today's video, which is going to be quite exciting to say the least, guys. So we've been waiting for the Mavic 3 for a long time. The Mavic 3, guys, is scheduled to arrive this year. There's no doubt about that. Everything is pointing towards Q3 and Q4 of this year, with everything looking like between September and October will be the date when the Mavic 3 is going to be launched. So sometime between those 2 months we're going to be seeing the Mavic 3. There's no doubt about that, guys. Now, we've known that for a while, but today we finally received the confirmation of the resolution that the Mavic 3 will be having. But before we talk about that, to all the people that didn't watch last week's video, let me just put you into context. So about 2 weeks ago, guys, there was an image of the Mavic 3 in production that was leaked. Now, we've known since April that the Mavic 3 has gone into production. And well, a couple weeks later, we got an image of the Mavic 3 in production. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at that image, thanks to the guys over at Drone Excel who were the guys who were able to get it. So right here on the screen, guys, there we have the Mavic 3 in production, guys. All I can say is wow, it looks like we're going to be having a pretty similar color scheme to what we found on the previous DJI Mavic 2, that nice really dark gray on the body of the Mavic 3. We do see many holes for ventilation, guys. The main ones is the one in the back, guys. We see those gills, it's pretty prominent, and I mean this looks pretty legit, guys. Now, there was also a sketch that was drawn by someone that was actually able to see the Mavic 3 before it went into production. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at it. Once again, it was fun thanks to you guys over at Drone Excel. There we have that sketch, and this was made by a very reliable source, and he confirmed that that was the Mavic 3 before it went into production. Now, when we compare those two images side by side, we can clearly see that the sketch that I showed you guys matches perfectly with the image that we got of the Mavic 3 in production, particularly all of the holes and ventilation, and it just looks absolutely identical. So that's really good news. So those are the images that we have so far. We can clearly see that the Mavic 3 will suffer a little redesign. There's no doubt about that, with the biggest one being the way in which the battery is inserted. The battery will no longer be inserted from the top, just like what we find right here with the Mavic Air 2, but rather it's going to go in from the back, just like what we find that with the with the Phantom 4, or also what we find on the Autolivo 2. So it's pretty similar to that. That's what we're going to be seeing. Also, we have a couple more images of the Mavic 3 right here on the screen, guys. And those were brought to us thanks to guys over at Dill's Drone. So that's going to be a quick overview over on the top and on the down part of the drone, so we can clearly see that all of those images match with the image of the Mavic 3 in production. So I think it's safe to say that that could very well be, if not, that's certainly the Mavic 3 in production, guys. So we do see many new ventilation holes when compared to the Mavic 2 Pro. It definitely looks like this drone will be having a lot more cooling. Now, why is that? Well, that's because of the resolution probably, and this drone is going to be a much more powerful drone, therefore it's going to need more cooling. Now, one of those reasons being is the resolution. What will the resolution for the Mavic 3 be? That's what everyone is wondering, and in today's video we're going to be answering that question for all of you. Well, a couple of weeks back we received confirmation, thanks to the guys over at Drone Excel, that DJI was working on an 8K camera using an Umbrella 3 processor. Now, that was quite interesting, but we did not knew 100% if that was going to be what was going to be fitted onto the Mavic 3. And well, thanks to the guys over at Drone DJ, which are also a very reliable source, they got confirmation, guys. Now, let's go ahead and talk about it, guys. So, the Mavic 3, what will its resolution be? Well, the resolution that we're going to be mentioning is the resolution that one of the prototypes of the Mavic 3 has. Now, DJI makes a couple prototypes of the drone before actually goes into production. That is because they want to go ahead and test it on private fields, make sure everything is working and which they like better. And well, this is the resolution for one of the prototypes, meaning there are other prototypes, but we still don't know the specs of those. Now, the specs on the camera for that specific prototype were as it follows. That one prototype had a resolution of 8K 30 frames per second, guys. Wow, that's definitely pretty impressive to say the least, guys. I think DJI is definitely breaking some boundaries here, although this was necessary, and that is because DJI always likes to have the best specs whenever they release a brand new drone, and especially when they're going to be competing against the Autel Evo 2, which is capable of also shooting 8K. So it is definitely a must for the Mavic 3 to have 8K, and also particularly after the Mavic Air 2S is able to shoot at 5K. The least that we can expect from the Mavic 3 is 8K, guys, and it looks like 8K 30 has been confirmed for one of the prototypes. And well, over at the guys over at Drone Excel were also able to confirm that DJI was working on 8K on an Umbrella 3 processor. So therefore, it's safe to say that probably 99% positive, guys, we're 9% sure that the Mavic 3 will have 8K resolution. I think there's absolutely no doubt about that. Now, will the Mavic 3 have interchangeable lenses? That's what also a lot of people have been wondering for a while now. Well, the possibilities are definitely there, and I think it is quite likely. And why am I saying this? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys once again the sketch that we got from the guys over at Drone Excel just a second, but we did receive confirmation thanks to Osita LB, which is also a very reliable source, and he was able to confirm the following. He said that last time he had checked, he heard that DJI is developing their new lenses system on Mavic. I mean, I think that's pretty clear, guys. I think there's no doubt about it that most likely we're also going to be seeing interchangeable lenses. And now, whenever we compare, guys, the sketch that we got from the guys over at Drone Excel, which we have right here on screen once again, there we can clearly see the camera, guys. It's quite obvious that that camera looks like no ordinary camera. It actually looks kind of like a shrunk down version of what we have right here on the Inspire 2 from DJI, which has interchangeable lenses. Now, if DJI is able to fit in what they were able to do with a $10,000 drone into a $2,000 drone, I think that will definitely be, wow, mind-blowing. Now, will it be a micro four thirds sensor? We still don't know at this time, guys, but that's the rumor going around. Now, is it likely? Could it happen? Of course, yeah. I think that DJI has always surprised us, and I think it will be no surprise if we see a Micro Four Thirds sensor. Now, as soon as it is confirmed, guys, don't worry, we're gonna keep you guys updated. No need to worry about it. But I think definitely the possibilities for us seeing interchangeable lenses are quite likely, guys, and especially after we got the confirmation from OCTLB, and then after we saw that sketch over on the Mavic 3 that was seen by a person that actually saw the drone, and it looks really similar to the Inspire interchangeable lens setup. So I think it's quite likely we're gonna be seeing interchangeable lenses on the Mavic 3, guys. Now I want to talk about pricing, because we did got confirmation over from the guys over at Drone DJ once again from their very reliable source that the pricing is going to be as it follows. With every new DJI drone release, we have seen an increase in price from the Mini 1 over to the Mini 2, from the Air 2 over to the Air 2S. We've seen an increase in price in absolutely all of them. And now, unfortunately, I think the same thing is going to be applying onto the Mavic 3. And I mean, with the original Mavic Pro, it came at a price tag of $999. Then the Mavic 2 Pro was released at $1,599. Now, what will the price be for the Mavic 3, guys? Well, according from the guys over at Drone DJ, they said the following, that the price will definitely be way up, and they said that's a confirmed thing. So that's definitely something we're gonna have to be dealing with. Now, what will the price range be? We still don't have the exact pricing, obviously, but somewhere, I think that Mavic 3 will be situated somewhere between $1,800 all the way up to $2,000. So I think that's going to be the range where we're going to be seeing the Mavic 3, somewhere in that range between $1,800 and $2,000. Because keep in mind, this drone will be substituting the Phantom lineup from DJI. So definitely this is going to be an expensive drone. Don't expect it to be a $1,000 drone, guys. But some pretty exciting news without a doubt. We have the confirmed resolution for the Mavic 3 prototype at least. Hopefully that will make its way onto the final version, which is now going into production. So as soon as we have any more new news, updates or anything, guys, we're gonna keep you guys updated. No need to worry about it. That's gonna wrap up today's video. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Drone Emotion signing out.